Tory Lanez has just been hit with a staggering, soul-crushing 20-year extension to his prison sentence. You heard me right. 20 more years. A leaked video from inside the maximum security wing has just hit the dark web, and what it shows is absolutely stomach-turning. This wasn't a playground scuffle. This was a brutal, calculated, and violent explosion that left another inmate fighting for his life and Tory Lanez standing over him with blood on his hands. The judge didn't just drop the gavel, she shattered it. The industry is in a state of absolute panic, and his fans are weeping as we realize the truth. This is the end. This is goodbye forever. But the question everyone is screaming is, why? Why would he throw it all away when he was so close to a breakthrough? Stay tuned, because the footage we're about to describe changes everything. To understand the sheer magnitude of this catastrophe, you have to realize that Tory Lanez has been walking on a razor's edge for years. This wasn't a sudden slip-up, it was a destiny carved in chaos. Before he was inmate #AS4359, Daystar Peterson was the one umbrella king, a man who defied the industry, broke Billboard records from a jail cell, and maintained a fanatical following that treated his word like gospel. But beneath the platinum plaques and the "Keep It Umbrella" slogans, a dark, aggressive energy was always simmering, waiting for the perfect moment to detonate. It all traces back to that fateful, blood-stained night in July 2020. The Hollywood Hills shooting of Megan Thee Stallion didn't just lead to a courtroom. It started a global war. For 3 years, Tory didn't just fight a legal case. He fought a narrative. He positioned himself as the ultimate underdog, the man being sacrificed by the industry gatekeepers to protect their golden girl. He had us questioning everything: the medical records, the x-rays, the DNA on the gun. His legal team, led by the heavy-hitting Jose Baez, stayed in the trenches, fueling the Free Tory fire and making us believe that a comeback was just one appeal away. But the walls of a maximum security prison don't care about your chart-topping hits. When Tory was hauled off to serve his original 10-year sentence, the transition from private jets to concrete floors was a brutal wake-up call. We saw the cracks early on. Remember the May 2025 stabbing? Tory was the victim then, carved up with 14 holes in his body, lungs collapsing, clinging to life on a breathing machine. The world felt a flicker of pity, thinking the violence was over. But in the twisted world of prison politics, blood only demands more blood. That stabbing didn't break Tory Lanez. It transformed him. It stripped away the artist and left behind a man consumed by the need for a cold, calculated revenge. The history of his temper, his ego, and his refusal to back down was a ticking time bomb. This latest explosion in the yard wasn't an accident. It was the inevitable final act of a man who decided that if he couldn't be free, he would be feared. And now, the price of that fear is a sentence that says goodbye to his career forever. The atmosphere inside the California men's colony had turned into a pressure cooker, and on February 28, 2026, the lid finally blew off. It was exactly 10:14 a.m. during the morning yard rotation, a time when the air is thick with the smell of sweat and tension. This wasn't a standard prison scrap. This was a high-stakes execution attempt caught on high-definition surveillance. The footage, which has been described by insider sources as chillingly professional, shows Tory Lanez moving with a terrifying focus. There was no shouting, no posturing. He approached a high-ranking inmate near the weight piles, a man linked to a powerful LA-based syndicate, and unleashed a level of violence that left guards paralyzed for seconds. Tory allegedly used a shank, a weapon crafted with lethal precision, striking the victim 6 times in the neck and torso. The victim collapsed in a pool of blood as the yard went into an immediate, code red, lockdown. But as the dust settled and Tory was hauled off in shackles, the first massive twist surfaced, sending shockwaves through the legal world. Leaked internal memos suggest that the man Tory attacked wasn't his enemy. He was actually the star witness for Tory's upcoming appeal. This was the man who was reportedly ready to testify that Kelsey Harris was the one who actually pulled the trigger in 2020. The streets are asking, why would Tory Lanez silence the only man who could set him free? The revelation is mind-bending. Sources claim Tory discovered this witness was a double agent fed to his legal team by the prosecution to lure him into a perjury trap. In a fit of blind, unchecked rage, Tory decided that if he couldn't have his freedom, he would take his revenge. The emotional fallout was instant. Within hours, an emergency hearing was held via Zoom. Tory appeared on screen with a cold, vacant stare, no remorse, no fear. The judge, visibly shaken by the brutality of the yard footage, didn't hesitate. She cited the premeditated nature of the assault and the extreme danger to the population. She didn't just sentence him for the fight, she shattered his life. 20 years added consecutively. Just like that, the 10 years he was fighting became a 30-year death sentence. His father, Sunstar Peterson, reportedly collapsed as the gavel dropped. The message was clear. Tory Lanez isn't just a prisoner anymore, he's a ghost. The moment the news of the 20-year extension hit the wires, the internet didn't just explode. It suffered a total meltdown. Within minutes, the hashtag #GoodbyeTory was trending globally, but it wasn't just fans mourning, it was a digital war zone. Leaked insider audio from the prison's visitation room surfaced, allegedly recorded just 24 hours before the yard attack. In the clip, a voice sounding unmistakably like Tory whispers, "If I'm going down a legend, not a snitch. Secure the masters." This audio went viral, sparking a frenzy of theories that Tory knew a trap was being set. But then came the second bomb that changed the entire narrative. A notorious gossip blogger posted a leaked medical report from the inmate Tory attacked. It turns out the victim, the supposed double agent, wasn't just a random prisoner. He was reportedly carrying a burner phone containing encrypted messages linked to a high-ranking executive at a major rival label. The shocking reveal? These messages suggested a bounty had been placed on Tory's life within the prison system. Suddenly, the unprovoked attack started looking like a desperate act of preemptive survival. Fake Twitter threads from verified insiders began claiming that the weapon Tory used was actually smuggled in by a corrupt guard who was paid to facilitate a gladiator match for the entertainment of industry elites. This wasn't just a prison fight, it was a high-stakes conspiracy. As the industry backlash reached a fever pitch, a chilling cliffhanger emerged. The victim just woke up from his coma, and his first words to investigators weren't an accusation. He whispered, "Tory didn't do it alone. There's a third shooter in the yard." The question now isn't just about Tory's sentence. It's about who is really pulling the strings from the outside. The shockwaves from Tory's new sentence have officially split the culture in two, triggering a digital civil war that shows no signs of slowing down. On one side, the Justice for Meghan camp is claiming a total victory. Social media is flooded with memes of a locked cell door and the caption, "The marathon ended in a wall." High-profile feminist activists and industry leaders are calling this the ultimate karma, stating that a man who resorts to violence in the streets will inevitably bring that same darkness behind bars. One viral post from a prominent culture critic racked up 100K retweets in an hour, simply stating, "Tory Lanez didn't just lose his freedom, he lost the right to be remembered." But the umbrella loyalists are fighting back with a terrifying intensity. Protests have erupted outside the California Department of Corrections, with fans carrying signs that read, "Entity Trap" and "Free the Scapegoat." They are convinced that the third shooter revelation is proof that Tory was framed yet again. The industry itself is in a state of absolute panic. Major streaming platforms have reportedly held emergency meetings to discuss deplatforming his catalog, while fellow artists are staying dead silent, terrified that one wrong word will get them blacklisted by the same shadow gatekeepers Tory spent years calling out. The division is fueled by leaked reaction videos from top-tier rappers who look visibly shaken by the 30-year total. One anonymous producer posted a black screen with the caption, "If they can do this to him, they can do it to any of us." The industry is a graveyard. The tension is at a breaking point, and the world is waiting for one person to speak, the only person whose reaction could end the debate or set the whole industry on fire. This is the moment that will haunt your dreams. While the world is debating Tory's 30-year fate, a final, bone-chilling message has just leaked from the Hole: solitary confinement. A handwritten note, allegedly smuggled out by a sympathetic guard, has surfaced on the dark web, and the handwriting is shaky, desperate, and stained with what looks like blood. It doesn't ask for mercy. It asks for help. The note reads, "The video is only half the story. I didn't attack him to kill him. I attacked him because they told me they had my son. Look at the person holding the camera."
What?
The internet has stopped breathing. Is Tory claiming that his 5-year-old son was being used as leverage to force him into a violent trap? If this note is real, Tory Lanez didn't throw his life away for respect. He sacrificed his entire future to protect his child from an industry hit squad. But before anyone could verify the claim, a mysterious burner account posted a 5-second clip of a black SUV parked outside a school with a caption, "The trade is complete. 30 years for the father, freedom for the son." Is the drama over?
No.
It has just entered a deadly new phase. Was Tory framed into a life sentence to save his own blood? We are digging into the flight logs and the identity of that cameraman as we speak. Stay tuned, because the real war is just beginning. This is easily the most disturbing update we have ever covered. 30 years in a cage, a violent setup, and a father's desperate sacrifice. What do you think? Is Tory Lanez a cold-blooded villain, or is he a victim of the most high-level industry hit job in history? Was that note about his son real, or just another trick for sympathy? Drop your theories in the comments right now. We are reading every single one. Use #ToryTruth or #GoodbyeForever to let us know where you stand. If you want to see the footage of that black SUV and the identity of the mysterious cameraman, you must hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications right now. Don't get left in the dark while the rest of the world is guessing. Hit the like button to show your support for the truth. Check out the videos on your screen for more deep dives into the secrets they don't want you to know. The marathon is over for Tory, but our investigation is just heating up. See you in the next one.